Welcome back, everybody. You know, when Bill Gates gives $5 billion to charity, as he and his wife did this week with the William H. Gates Foundation, it's a big deal. What's an even bigger deal is how Gates' dough pales in comparison to the billions more that could find their way to charities if legislation on Capitol Hill becomes law. Right now, Congress is wrestling with a provision that would allow individuals to make direct transfers from their IRAs or 401ks directly to charity tax-free. Those who give incur no tax expense. Those who get, well, they get a lot. How big a deal is this? Let's ask charitable contributions expert Eric Swerdlin. Eric and his firm, Swerdlin, White & Huber, specialize in such issues. Eric, good to see you.
Hi, Neil. It's nice to see you.
How big a deal is this?
Well, we think it's a very big deal. We think that there's an awful lot of money that is locked up in retirement plans right now, and that if the Congress, if it got out of committee and Congress passed this, it would create a tremendous opportunity for the affluent market and just the average American to be able to make more contributions, more gifts to nonprofits around the country.
So as I understand it right now, Eric, a lot of people, let's say very wealthy people who give money either out of retirement plans or whatever, face the withdrawals as income, and oftentimes the charity of their choice gets a lot less money than would otherwise be the case.
That's right. The way the laws currently exist, if one wanted to give assets from one's retirement plan during their life to a nonprofit organization or to a charitable remainder trust, any other deferred gift vehicle, they would have to first take it out, pay the tax on it, and then make their gift. Whereas what this legislation suggests is that they could make that rollover tax-free. The benefit of that to the individual, of course, is instead of waiting, deferring this gift, waiting until he's dead,
right,
and then having it rolled over, they could do it during their life, see the benefit of their gift. I've always thought that any strategy, any plan that you had to die to effect had a flaw in it, so we think this is much better.
Well, if you wanted to see where that one goes. Let me ask you, though, I mean, this could potentially be a huge boon to everyone, from the Cancer Society to education to colleges and endowments, but it's also going to be a big loss to Uncle Sam in revenue, isn't it? Well,
that's, I think, the concern of the committee members, or at least the staff down there. But if you look at the draft of the legislation, what tends to happen now, particularly with the highly affluent, is they defer taking money out of these plans for as long as possible, which is 70 and a half. If they were able to roll these into, say, a charitable remainder trust, the flow that comes out of it, perhaps if they started at 60, would be taxable. So any of the deferred income vehicles that they were to use, Uncle Sam would be seeing a flow much sooner than they currently see from
I see.
These
so
plans.
They get, Uncle Sam is happy, charities are happy. Any idea, and I know it's a mug's game, Eric, who would be instant beneficiaries? I guess all the most obvious charities, right?
Yeah, there is no question that the charities around the country would benefit greatly from this. If I can, I'll give a little plug to the National Committee on Planned Giving and a group called Charitable Accord. They've really been leading this effort.
Is there like a central network for this sort of thing?
Well, they've got NCPG, National Committee on Planned Giving, has 12,000 members around the country with 100 different councils. They represent the core of American philanthropy. And there is no question in anyone's mind that if this legislation is passed, this will create a tremendous area of growth for America's philanthropies. And we lead the world. Our philanthropies are they're the best in the world, rightly so.
And also the richest in the world.
Well, that's right. I think public policy...
Isn't that the argument against this on the part of some on Capitol Hill, that, look, they're doing well enough on their own, we don't need to give them any more tax help?
Well, I think that there's also a movement on Capitol Hill to push more and more of the issues that face America off onto the nonprofits. You saw the Vice President speak recently about faith-based organizations. So I think that this really, it actually goes hand in hand with the public policy that exists in this country, where we are strongly behind philanthropy and nonprofit organizations to do as much as they can for their various issues. And those individuals out there who really care about the missions of these nonprofits will be able to use these opportunities.
Very quickly, would this be helped or hurt by a Republican in the White House?
I don't know that would have any effect.
All right, we'll see what happens. Eric Swerdlin, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, Edie's the big apple of her eye. Can Hillary Clinton capture enough cash to win a New York Senate seat? We'll ask Democratic contributor Robert Johnson, the man behind Black Entertainment Television, to this.